Before we go to a rematch on East vs. West 16, let's go back to East vs. West 3. Check out the highlights from Todd Hutchings versus Irakli Zirakashvili. So right now, Irakli Zirakashvili is the reigning 95 kilo world champion. Todd Hutchings is the former 105 kilo world champion. Todd has been looking absolutely like a destroyer, same as Irakli. And let's take a look at their first meeting and what we can learn from that one. If the stats before the match were right, Irakli was 2 kilos bigger than Todd, so it was pretty equal footing there. Now I think it's also going to be pretty equal there. And we go straight to the straps, first slip. This was a version of Todd Hutchings that knew he needed to get the strap and didn't hold on. If you know the infamous match versus Hadjimurad Zuluyev, where we expected a hook war, yet Haji top rolled Todd, 3 times to the pin pad. Let's take a look here. Wrists are straight. Irakli hits back. Let's go back a little bit. So I think I can go through the frames like this. So I think the story of everything is the first move. So if you look here, as soon as it starts, Todd Hutchings gets the side pressure, but he pulls on the strap really hard and pulls Irakli down. While Irakli is going more backwards, like the classic top roll, you want to go here. He's not going more sideways, and he gets very much under. Right now, the higher position, better position in my opinion, is for Todd Hutchings. So let's take a look at this. And Todd just pulls to the side, wrist is a little bit bent back, but gets fully pronator. And you can see, because you can see the position of Irakli's fingers are like this, that means he tried to pull back more. So he used a lot of back pressure with the lats and the bicep and everything, and he ended up in this position. And I think that was one of the biggest mistakes you can do with someone like Todd. It's very hard to beat him just with the back pressure. You need to match up his side pressure just a little bit, just to get him off the center, because now we don't see it from this angle, but the arms are on Todd Hutchings' side. So this is the center line, right? So everything here is my side, everything here is my opponent's side. So A side, B side. So it is more on A side. So Todd has shoulders set in, everything. He's in a good position. And we can see Irakli is stuck. The power from the strap pulling down, as well as getting that position where he doesn't care that much about the wrist. So this is why if Todd would be fighting more for the wrist, the arm moves as one. But as he's giving up it, so this moves separately from this. So because he has this, he can go more here. The thing is, most people not very comfortable pulling like that. Hutchings says. So much power. Who's that? Who's that talking so much power? Of course, it's so much power. So round 2, we go straight to the straps. Let's see a go. Let's see a slow go. And both kind of start at the same time. Same position. Irakli is trying to pull backwards more. Pulls a little bit more to the side, moves away. But Todd just climbs down and pulls him on a strap. So most of the time, hook pullers want the strap, because the strap will not allow you can get more flexion. Todd Hutchings likes it because he can pull you down on it. So Todd's side pressure is still very much involves a lot of back pressure. His ability to pull his opponent close to him, or at least to his side, and that's where he has a lot of power there. And you can see he just goes sideways. His arm is like this. He's looking at his arm. He's fully supinated there. And Irakli is trying to hold on. And I think it's very hard, we have seen it previously, to get Todd Hutchings out of this position. Defense, gets the roll, gets, let's take a look at this. This was beautiful reversal. Beautiful reversal. And we have seen this position from Todd a few times, where he kind of goes too quickly to the side, and then he loses something while he's trying to finish. And what he loses is the pronator. So we go here, you can see Irakli went back with his wrist, Irakli goes back with his wrist. He goes from having good control to giving up his wrist a little bit, but to keeping the pronator. So right now, Irakli has good pronator, yet he's a little bit trapped. So he will get that out so he can move his elbow out of the way. And he goes sideways, gives up his wrist, we can see, and pulls fully on his back pressure. And now, like, Todd Hutchings lost the pronator in not a good position. But again, like, his ability to recompensate that, and he goes on full, like, this is full wrist curl. He goes, sorry, bicep curl, goes up, gets a better position. But because of Irakli's position, he cannot adjust it. And they're back. And here Todd feels very comfortable. Let's see how this played out. Like, Irakli looks like he should be in a really good position. But again, the strap pulls down, strap is very high, pulls down. Todd has the control there, and Irakli is stuck. He's stuck. Like, he can't just go over. Like, he can just go over, and it will be very hard from here. And we've seen Irakli many times in this position where he's trying to open up, but he's too open, and Todd takes the pin. Like, I've seen many times where Todd kind of goes to the side, tries to finish, and then loses his pronator and has to stand up. And then he readjusts and gets much stronger position. Like, he's one of the few guys that actually can do that, which is kind of insane. We see one more time, round 3. Strap, this time, straight go. That's not a press because his shoulder wasn't coming forward, but that's just sideways motion. Like, that's not a hook. That is not a press, and that is not a top roll. That's literally just going sideways. Look at here. Boom. Explodes and takes the pin. Like, listen, Todd Hutchings pulled really well here. And I think for Irakli, first of all, I do believe he has learned a lot of things from this match going into the next one. I think he has grew like an arm wrestler a lot. And he knows he has more power in many places, yet Todd is so confusingly strong and so sticky in some positions that you just can't understand what the hell is going on. So it will be a very big mystery to see, like, all comes down to strength, okay? Strength is the king in this one. Because if Irakli is strong enough to use his back pressure to get with side pressure and just go over position where Todd hits, like just go over, great. But if Todd has enough power to pull him down, and we have seen him trapping some great top rollers, and he always prefers pulling top rollers, and we know this. He had a crazy war versus Yoshinobu Kanai, but that was Yoshinobu Kanai pulls way differently. He has an open top roll, the open kings, you will call it whatever you wanted. He's super sticky there. You can't really straighten out his arm there. Irakli is not the same. Irakli is much more muscle dominant, and we have seen how he deals better with inside pullers, like he did versus Sasha, like things he did with Rustam was great. But Todd is very much different. Todd doesn't care that much about the wrist. He doesn't want to get wrist flexion. He doesn't care. He's very comfortable being here, and that's what we're seeing here. And this is what the most top rollers hate. So I do believe it's going to be a great battle, and let's see what kind of adjustments the young champion has done. So when they pulled here, so what is it? Todd Hutchings was still 55, and Irakli was still 24. So this is 2022, if I'm correct. So 3 years later, 26, 27, and 58, 59. Listen, great match. I can't wait for this one. For me, it's a lot of questions will be answered, and whoever wins is probably the best guy at 95 kilos. Epic matchup.